The honourable member for Truro, Bible Hill, Millbrook, Salmon River.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, after hearing the Minister of Finance comments about the Nova Scotia's film tax credit, I have to say she's wrong in her assumptions about the film and creative industries. The truth is that if you tamper with a good, competitive film tax credit, the huge majority of production will disappear overnight because the nature of this industry is fluid. I know. I lived in many places across the country, going to the cities where most of the work was done. Most film production takes place in any province because of their film tax credits. In provinces where the tax is eliminated, the film industry disappears, and so do all the good-paying jobs and the money spent on economic spin-offs as well. During the last election, the MLA from Halifax, Shabukto, promised to improve the film tax credit, and I hope he will join me in calling on the government to save our screens and support Nova Scotia's film jobs. Thank you.
The honourable member for Truro, Bible Hill, Millbrook, Salmon River.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, representatives of the film industry left their meeting with the Finance Minister last week convinced that their sector is a complete mystery to the Minister and to senior bureaucrats in her department, who have no understanding of the benefits, economic, cultural, or promotional, of their sector. So let me help the Minister and her Premier better understand the film and TV industry. Trust and confidence are extremely important to create a thriving and successful film and TV industry. Anything that creates uncertainty sends producers with their much-needed investment dollars to a more competitive jurisdiction. So I ask the Minister if she will provide assurance to the creative industries today that she will not make Nova Scotia a less competitive place for this very fluid but lucrative industry.
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And again, the member opposite in her question refers to the meeting that we held. We had a good meeting. The representatives of Screen Nova Scotia were able to raise their points. I think that there's somewhat of a difference of opinion between the two because we look at it from a fiscal responsibility point of view. We look in our department at how much money is returned to the provincial revenues of the province from every industry that we support. And, you know, we agreed that we would continue to talk, that there would be future meetings. So, Mr. Speaker, we are not finished talking and discussing with the industry.
The honourable member for Truro, Bible Hill, Millbrook, Salmon River.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'm glad to see the members of the opposite side of the House so enthusiastic about possible changes to the film and television tax credits, because I'm sure they are hearing from many people in their constituencies about their concerns for what's going on and hoping that nothing will change. But in an email to all Nova Scotia, a spokesperson for the Finance Minister actually said that she's reviewing the film tax credit so that the province will be better able to seize opportunities for a future here for young people. So I would suggest that the government's already sent a message to young people in Nova Scotia when they cut the graduate retention rebate, and I hear are now planning to lift caps on student tuitions as well. So my question for the Minister is this: does she understand that weakening the film tax credit will in fact exile an enthusiastic, successful, growing creative sector made up of young people who want to stay in Nova Scotia and earn a decent living in the creative economy?
The Honourable Minister of Finance.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And again, you know, I appreciate the question, and I know there's a lot of interest and anxiety because a budget is coming. Earlier today, we heard other questions around other taxes that are of concern to Nova Scotians. But, Mr. Speaker, as the Premier said earlier, my message has been clear. We're a province that has been in deficit for 20 of the last 30 years. We are carrying a deficit, you know, of millions of dollars, multi-millions of dollars, and we have to look at every dollar that we put out to support industry of any sort and see how it returns the benefit to the province. So every tax credit, all of the benefits that are available to business have been on the books this year. It's been no secret. We've been public about that. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.